Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And this is our first live stream only event. My name is Edward, and yeah, we're excited to be here. During this, we had a bunch of events scheduled this week, which we would have loved to be with you in person, but this actually offers a really interesting new opportunity for us. During this kind of special time of global challenge, all of us our hearts are with everyone who's affected by this extraordinary circumstances that are part of all of our worlds right now. And in the midst of this, we have decided to offer 2 live streams per week ongoing, as well as one call for like a Zoom call for integration and community time. And with the goal of basically allowing all of us collectively to start to deepen our practices together as we stay home with our families and loved ones. Our prayers and collective good wishes go to everyone who is affected, to everyone who is afraid, to everyone who is showing up as a pillar of light in this extraordinary moment. I think it's an invitation for all of us to really deepen our commitment to awareness and practice. So thank you so much for taking this opportunity to join us today. I've had the opportunity to watch a seal go through a lot of extraordinary transformations over the past few years, and Asil will be joining us very shortly. The work that Asil does evolved out of his work in various spiritual traditions over the past 18 years. About 4 years ago, he had a very strong spiritual experience that opened up this connection that today he refers to as the channel. And this is a kind of connection through which powerful energy and wisdom come through Asil during these sessions. He embodies these celestial beings that sometimes refer to themselves by the names that humanity has given them, names like Raphael or Emmanuel. And while you might recognize these as the names of angels or archangels, interestingly, they never refer to themselves specifically as such. And based on the information they've shared, they may be much older than humanity itself. As Asil embodies these guides, the process for him to get into this state, to allow this, includes spontaneous movements of his body and his hands, sometimes shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes might be rolled backward a little bit, but all of this is normal, and his everyday human consciousness is still available for him the whole time, and he can choose to stop this embodiment if he so chooses. Once he builds the energy field up, there are going to be 2 parts to this session today. A group energetic alignment that will be led usually by Raphael, and followed by that, there will be a question or a spoken wisdom portion with Emmanuel, as well as questions and answers, and you'll be able to ask questions through Crowdcast that we can select. During the healing portion, we invite you to basically drop into, with an open mind and an open heart, as a deep space of calm and healing intent. And you're also welcome to bring a loved one into your mind or heart to have them receive the benefits of this healing work. You can set an intention to release any old wounds, thoughts, or emotions that no longer serve. We invite you during this session to be in a space where you can listen uninterrupted. We invite you to keep your phones off during the entirety of the session and really see if you can tune in during the entire session. After the healing portion with Raphael is complete, the spoken transmission will begin, and that's when we will be able to confer with Emmanuel and ask questions through the crowdcast. We are recording this video, and we'll make that available after the event, as well as a transcript. And let's see here. After the session comes to a close, we're going to sit in silence for a few minutes, and this will give us all a bit of time to land back in our bodies. And feel free to really take time with yourself to be in the space of quiet for as long as you want. This period where all of us are invited to be at home is an extraordinary opportunity for all of us to deepen our practice. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. We're going to switch over to Asil as soon as he's ready.
Good evening, everyone. Good morning to some of those that have joined from the other side of the planet. It seems like we're more connected than ever in the face of challenge, in the face of difficulties. We see that our isolation is just an illusion. Our comforts are temporary, and we are in it all together. Many people have asked me what the channel says or thinks, what they say about this circumstance, and they have said some interesting things, but they will speak for themselves. I'm speaking to you as Asil, the human being that is going through his own experience of fears and concerns and worries of loved ones. All that comes up. Yes, it still comes up for me too. And I try to take my time with it, to observe it, to process it with those around me, process it in meditation or in dream space. The good thing is we are not alone. We have each other, and we have tremendous support. I'm excited for all of you to be here, and we will continue to support you through this phase and any other phase that might come. Thank you for joining. Greetings. I am Raphael. You have been on this world as long as you remember, and many generations before you have existed and lived. All generations face difficulties of this kind, and even worse. Still, humanity continued and thrived. And most importantly, you are here despite all the challenges of this and many generations before. The human experience is resilient. It is designed in a way to make sure that all challenges that are faced are turned into experience and learning. These experiences and this learning carries the opportunity for realization. A wealth of understanding the experience itself, the experience perceived in all its perspectives, the experience observed continuously from many perspectives until all perspectives have been seen. You are facing such an experience, not just on your individual level, yet on a global level. All of human consciousness, all humanity is involved. How will you deal with that, with what arises inside of you? Will you contemplate? Will you open yourself up to truly receive? Will you contract in fear? Will you expand in possibility? This experience, including all the other experiences that you have seen and felt, is for you. Is for your learning and is for your growth. In order to receive this alignment work, we do recommend that you find a place of rest, that you have a safe environment in which you can receive this work. Quiet is preferred. Thank you for receiving this work. this work is complete. The alignment provided to you will support you on this journey. Remember, this is not just our doing, it is your willingness and your openness that matches this offering. Remember to continuously come into a state where you can receive, where you are fully surrendered of the mind and of the heart, and truly open to all possibilities. This is a state of being, a state of living. Thank you for receiving this work. Greetings, I am Emmanuel. Despite the circumstances, it is always refreshing to see this many individuals ready to receive, ready to be open, ready to go deeper on their journeys. Our offering is not just for those that are ready, it is for all, and it is unconditional in its nature. We will support you through the challenges of life and through the challenges of humanity until the very end. We will support you individually. We will support you as communities and societies. And we will support you as an entire being, the human consciousness. Our gift is an offering, and it is for those that have chosen to receive. This work will not be imposed on anyone, neither does it require any belief, gratitude, worship, or rituals. It is directly from us to you through this vessel. You may receive it. And for some of you, this work will be clear and obvious, and for others, it will be subtle adjustments to ease being human, to ease converting experiences, memories, aspects of the past into realizations. The work itself of self-realization is still yours. You still will have to face all of the fears, the doubts, the sadness, the anger, the rage, all that is within you, unprocessed, yet ready to be realized. For you to finally and complete the vessel of many generations before you. Learnings that have not been completed, that have arrived in you. Many of you will face challenges that don't seem naturally yours. Yet through the choices that you have made to live and to arrive in a specific lineage, you have chosen and volunteered and to be part of all that has not been processed in that lineage. And you have understood that despite all of these difficulties that might arise in your human experience, you will equally experience the beauties of life, despite the challenges. And you have all been given the tools and the heart to of all, to transform all experiences, to transform all that arrives in front of you, yours or previous generations within you, or even the aspects of human society. This is a power that is within all of you, waiting to be truly activated. to be truly sought out. You are a gift to this existence. Your experience is a gift, and all your realizations is a gift. All of your existence, from the beginning to the end, is a gift to this experience and to human consciousness as it learns from all your moves, from all that you see, all that you feel, and all that you experience. Most importantly, for you, the individual that is continuously in awareness of its environment, awareness, continuously in awareness of its relationships, in awareness of its awakening. The opportunity is right in front of you. It always has been. Despite the circumstances, the environments that you have had created for yourself, the comforts that you have created for yourself, are illusions, temporary. The experience that you have inside of you is the reality that you are facing. And some realities are shared in order to accentuate the learning, accentuate the timeliness and the necessity for a realization. This realization that you're right now facing is of collective nature, a realization that you're not alone, that you never were, that you are always connected to all of humanity. That despite all the structures and infrastructures that you have created for yourselves, nature remains the most powerful force on this plane. You are part of nature. There is no separation. Understanding the way nature operates will assist you in your growth. in your infrastructures, in your existence, and in realizing how to exist on this plane alongside with all that is provided to you. You are so much more than you can imagine. You are so much more than you have seen and acknowledged. And you are ready to see behind that curtain, that veil of illusion, to see who you truly are, the magnificence and the power that is within all of you, the ability to realize and self-realize, the ability to awaken and awaken others, the ability to walk through life with an open heart and truly with love and compassion. And we will support all of your moves individually and at a greater scale. Thank you for listening to my words. I will now answer some of your questions.
Thank you, Emmanuel. Aaron asks, are we at a point of phase shift for humanity? And if so, how do we build resilience for the future?
The awakening of mankind has started. This is one of the milestones, an understanding of collective connectedness, the impact of something that is greater, that cannot be overcome with the current infrastructures that are in place. You had to experience the impact of this directly in order to understand, in order to receive the realizations that will emerge from the collective. All of humanity is on a path to awakening, to ascension. Each of the steps that raise the energetic frequency of this plane will bring forth challenges and changes. Changes have certainly caused for discomfort. Yet, in this perspective, if you can allow yourself to transform the experience sooner into realization and opportunity for growth, then you are understanding that change is your ally, and change is a constant. Thank you for your question.
Agnes asks, how best may we face all of the fear and pain about this global phenomenon of COVID-19?
Fear is inside of you, and fear that the collective experiences is the collection of all the fears inside of every single individual. The frequency of fear is lower than other frequencies of emotions or perception. Yet fear will bring forth all of those aspects of you that are attached to your desire to survive, the fear of death, the fear of loss, the fear of desperation, discomfort, and suffering. All of those will come to surface at an event like this. The fear offers an opportunity to observe your inner workings. It offers an opportunity to understand your relationship with your understanding of life and your understanding of death. Your relationship with being present in the moment. The opportunity is what will emerge, the opportunity to learn from this experience, to deal with it on an individual level. You must observe what arises within you. You must realize in all the ways it is tied not just to this experience, but to many other experiences before, and maybe even of past generations before you. And as you come to realizations of your own, your frequency rises as the fear dissipates, and you become a pillar of light among despair and confusion. This invitation is to you to find the strength and to observe all that arises within you, triggered by the circumstances around you. Thank you for your question.
Sandra asks, what does it mean to be physically, mentally, and emotionally aligned? How does one achieve this?
Through continuous practice, through discipline, through finding the time and creating priorities within your life, with activities and methods that make you feel aligned, and that truly resonate with your core of being. Priorities of life have changed to fit the needs of society, to fit the needs of the comforts desired. Yet understand that the true nature of your existence cannot be changed. And this alignment, the continuous desire to find alignment within you, physically, emotionally, and mentally, will bring forth a balance that is recognizable for you and for all those around you. My recommendation to you is to find activities that make you feel aligned and to continue to do them and see the midterm and long-term changes that it brings to you and to your life. Thank you for your question.
Shen asks, it is my understanding that healing myself helps to heal ancestral trauma. Do you have specific suggestions or techniques for how to do so?
And truly, your healing and your growth will benefit yourself as well as the lineage that you have chosen to incarnate in. And all those around you will be impacted by the transformation that you have chosen to undergo. There is no single recipe for this transformation to happen. The variety of experiences and the complex nature of this world requires unique approaches for each individual, as every individual is unique in their experience and in their makeup. The only individual that truly understands the experience of the individual is you. You are the one that requires to establish practices and methods for your transformation. You are the one that is required to expand their sensitivity, to feel more, to hear more, and to see more, mostly of yourself. And as you start to see more of yourself, you will start to understand which practices and methods are required for you to continuously be aligned, to transform, that is, to transform that which is arising within you. And you might have to make changes to the practices and methods as you encounter a new milestone in your development. This is the main reason we don't give clear practices and directions for individuals, as the individualized experience is key, and finding the right practices and methods is part of the experience of awakening. Thank you for your question.
From the live stream, someone asks, how can a connection with the Christ frequencies be cultivated?
The connection to higher realms in an individualized experience requires more than just openness. It requires the desire to truly shed all that which is in the way, emotionally and mentally, to continuously evolve as an individual being. You will see that with every experience, with every realization that you do, with every piece of transformation that you have chosen to undergo, your frequency will rise. The clarity in your mind and in your heart will become visceral to you and to others. The connections to higher realms that have never been severed in the first place will start to become approachable and visible to you, accessible continuously. With your alignment, with your purification, with dedication and devotion to evolve as an individual human being, you will find what you're seeking. Thank you for your question.
Sebastian asks, is there significance in meeting each of the people that we meet during our life on Earth?
While every experience and every individual that you meet resembles an important moment in your existence, certain individuals will carry a stronger weight. Connections of this kind are important to witness and to be present to. You will notice the connection when it arises, the depth and the strength of this moment, the presence with the other individual, the richness of emotions, no matter if you perceive them to be positive or negative. This is something to pay attention to. As certain individuals will have made agreements with you, and you have made agreements with them to learn together on certain topics and themes that are relevant for you and for them. This exchange will happen when both agree again in human form. Thank you for your question.
Sean asks, I'm ready to be a greater channel of light and healing. Is there something I have to do to let this be known to the powers above?
Thank you for all the work that you have done, for all the realizations that you have carried to come to the place that you are right now, the transformations that you have done to become a vessel, a carrier of light and love. Your heart is pure. Your reflections are authentic. The powers above, as you call them, know you are seen and you are witnessed. As you continue to walk your life in the reflection of the light that is within you, as you act without needing approval or recognition from any higher powers, when you truly convey all that is within you with unconditional love, you will be supported. Surrender to this opening and to that support, and continue delivering the work that comes through you. Thank you for your question.
Doreen asks, how can we best help people as therapists in the integration of experiences of and towards awakening?
Thank you for your question. Most importantly, individuals that have chosen to support others through the experiences, the processing, as well as to the realizations that might arise. Your presence is the key, the openness that you bring into the relationship, and the truly listening with the ears of the universe, and seeing with the eyes of the universe. Patiently, and unconditionally, that your presence becomes the opening for them to surrender to fully open up all aspects of themselves, all that needs to be transformed and transmuted and realized. You become witness. Understand that a holding hand of love, care, and compassion might be important in certain moments and might be a deterrent in others. Be present and truly accept all that arises, and you will become the ultimate supporter of an individual's transformation. Thank you for your work.
Azadeh asks, what do I do when my fears and shadows come up?
You face them. You observe them, and you understand which part of you is speaking. You understand which part of your many generations before is speaking. Which part of society is speaking to you. In that moment, when the fear arises and the shadows arise, understand and see it with compassion and with a neutral state, if you can. Withstand the urge to give into the fear and to react. And try to stay in observation for as long as you can. Understand it. Understand the fear from all the perspectives that it's presenting itself to you. Become a witness to that fear inside of you. This is my recommendation for you, as well as for all those that will be facing their fears at some point in their lives. Thank you for your question.
Brendan asks, I have been trying to heal a chronic health condition for 2.5 years, and I don't know what to do. I've seen many specialists, but nothing has helped to heal it completely. How can I heal this condition at my root chakra area?
You have received the human body, and you have received certain understanding on how to take care of this body. Most of what the body provides to you is reflexes and input on how to be taken care of. Yet through conditioning and desensitization, the human mind has prioritized other aspects. Our recommendations to you is to become truly observant for all that is arising within you, and to truly turn inward and to understand the needs of your body, the needs of your soul, reflected through your body. It will speak if you listen closely and surrender all your thoughts, surrender all your emotions, judgments, and all that is in the way of truly hearing what this gift of a body has to tell you. Chronic illnesses are often a continuous message that is not heard, that has materialized itself in the physical body. Your ability to truly understand will bring forth others and healers to support you on this journey, to complete the recovery and the healing. Yet the first step is from inside. Thank you and blessings on your journey.
Monty asks, what is the path that I need to take to advance my healing abilities?
The abilities to heal in the sense of energetics and spirituality is an aspect that arises as a byproduct, as a gift on your development and in your self-realization process. It is a gift that arises through you, and it is the expression of the gift that you have chosen, in which ways it will be given to others. Your healing gift will become stronger as you deepen your own journey, as you continue to develop as an individual. You will see that every milestone that you achieve in your own journey, the gift of expression, the gift of healing and love will come through you even stronger. This is directly tied, and our recommendation is for all individuals, not just you. Thank you for your question.
Francisca asks, how can we interpret the saying, everything is happening in divine timing? Are we able to influence these events as an individual, when and how they will show themselves in our reality?
Yes, you can. Through your awareness, and through your readiness, and through your willingness Your continued work on yourself will open you up to new experiences, will open you up for a new, specifically designated experience. Some of these realizations are agreed upon, and they will come to you at specific timings. Yet, understand that most of all the experiences you have truly influence on bringing the realities into your life that are necessary. This will require a purified heart and a purified mind and presence. Only in the present moment can realities of the future be contemplated and opened up to its possibilities. Thank you for your question.
Cynthia asks, what are practical ways that I can open to the lessons being brought forward and be a greater servant and in deeper service?
Prioritize your life in the ways that it will bring forth growth and continuous evolution of your mind, of your heart, of your spirit, and of your body. Understand that one without the other will not function for a long time. To support the awakening within you, to support the ways you want to serve, the foundation of your existence needs to be strong. Focus on establishing that foundation. Understand your health. Understand the needs of your body. Understand that all that you consume into your body through all your senses, as well as the food that you eat. Understand your continuous evolution, your continuous desire to evolve will find the right practice for you, a practice that you choose based on resonance, a resonance that you feel inside of your heart in the moment, and understand that receiving this resonance in the moment can equally be utilized for choosing a new practice or changing direction. You are the one that is driving this growth process, while the triggers are inside and outside. You still are the one making the conscious decisions of action. Thank you for your question.
Mark asks, what additional types of challenges should humanity prepare for beyond COVID-19? Is there an anticipated timeline for new challenges?
Your question is valid, and from a place of trying to understand experience and the future of experience by preparing yourselves in the moment for all that could possibly happen, especially the worst case scenarios. We will not provide you the details of that which will arise in human experience. Yet, we will provide you with all that you need in order to become more resilient and stronger and prepared for anything that might arise. This is the goal of our work, to make you understand that you are the most powerful individual in your existence. And when you truly embrace that, those around you will start embracing that reality. And circumstances will become opportunities to tackle. No matter how difficult they are, no matter how challenging they will be. And some will suffer in the process, and some might die in the process. And still, new ones will come. And what remains is the way you have been present in each of these experiences to come. My recommendation to you and to all of humanity is truly to understand the priorities that have been set and that created this discomfort and this inability to deal with the circumstance. Once you understand the way priorities had been set, and once you start adjusting yourselves as individuals and as society, coming challenges will become easier to face. Thank you for your question.
Wendy asks, what is the relevance and importance of increasing compassion in humankind in light of all the work that needs to be done? And if it is necessary to do this, how can we help do that?
Thank you for this caring question. We understand the nature of your heart. Humanity will require more that are in understanding of openness, of patience, of unconditional love, not just for those around you, but most importantly for yourself. Only truly compassion will understand, only truly compassion will be delivered to those around you when it has been fully understood within you and for yourself. Have you accepted yourself in all the ways that you are? Have you embraced all facets of your being, the nature of your existence. Have you truly forgiven all of your actions and accepted all of them to be the way it was meant to be? Compassion in its purest form can only arise from an individual that has faced all of these aspects, that has truly found love for themselves in all the ways they are. Thank you for your question.
Julia asks, what can we do to reduce the loss of life and suffering caused by COVID-19? Will there be any vaccine, or will immunity develop naturally?
Most importantly, the learnings that each individual society has with this occurrence of this virus must be shared openly, transparently, and quickly with all those requiring this information. The remedies that have been found must be shared transparently and unconditionally. The understanding and the learning that has arisen for each individual about the importance of health and immune system must be shared with everyone and implemented by the individuals that receive. A natural reprioritization will happen for every single individual for self-care, for a focus on health. In the first place, the most important aspect of your existence. This naturally will start to strengthen the immune system of not just the individual, but the entire collective. The immune system of the collective feeds of the information that is provided by every single individual into the collective. It is not separated as you might consider. The learnings that happen for every single person that encounters a threat environmentally will be processed, and this information and the learning will be delivered to the entire collective. The immune system of the collective adjusts. Nature learns, and nature provides. Within 6 to 8 months, your individual bodies will start to be able to adapt to this threat. This current iteration of this virus will not be able to adapt as quickly as the natural immune system of the individual and the collective. Yet it will bring forth an important learning and understanding on how to prioritize yourself, especially your physical self, and the importance of alignment within. Thank you for your question.
Nanka asks, when one is in despair and facing physical, mental, and emotional challenges, how can one best ask for the help that is needed and be heard, provided that one is in a lower vibrational state?
Some experience will require you to fully surrender to the experience itself, to understand that you are not the driving force behind the experience, and to fully surrender and to receive everything that comes with the experience, including those that come to assist and to support you through this experience. Not every individual requires to fully understand the nature of the experience that causes a challenge. Often the realizations will come much later, after the experience has been completed and processed and realized. For the person in the experience, there are specific ways to truly move through it with grace, to move through it in a way that most realization can occur as quickly as possible. Suffering is optional. Pain might not. Pain is a trigger to listen closely, and to observe. Most pain will move through if no meaning is attached to it. When meaning is attached, the pain will turn into suffering, and it will become a part of you, a part of your identity. Our recommendation for the moment, for the person in the moment, is to truly receive and to be fully observing all aspects that arise in the experience, to fully surrender. This experience as yours, and it might become the most important transformational force in your life. Savor it and receive it fully. Thank you for your question.
Frank asks, is there truth to what are called the Emerald Tablets by Thoth?
Yes, there is truth to it. Yet understand that all messages delivered to humanity will have to pass through the filters of human consciousness. And even in this moment, the messages that you receive are coming through a filter of this host. In its ideal way, the filter is as pure as possible in order not to diminish or to change the meaning of the message. Even with all the messages that are delivered to you, we advise you to truly check in with yourself. If resonance is given, if your heart receives the message openly, if the message truly assists you and all those around you to elevate into a higher state of being, then you have found the answers within you rather than a confirmation from us. Thank you for your question.
Stefan asks, how do we best discern between what may be our readiness, our magnificence being revealed through these challenges that we face, versus what may be our ego or our self-delusion?
Only awareness will allow you to differentiate these, and sometimes exploring both pathways will bring you to the awareness needed for future understanding of what is in front of you. Both ways lead to learning, and both ways lead to the same milestone of a stronger and deeper awareness of who you are. Of a stronger and deeper awareness of the nature of existence. Nature within you. Existence within you. There is no ego attached to all of this. Reality. Understanding the beauty and the perfection that you are in all facets, without attaching meaning to it, without making this realization define your identity. Or even your actions. Let the realization be a realization, and let the realization impact your presence rather than in the ways it is expressed through your ego. Thank you for your question, and thank you for receiving this work, for listening to my words. We will continue to provide our perspective. We will continue to provide these words that have been contemplated by our collective for you and for the benefit of your awakening process. Thank you. Thank you for joining me on this journey and for sharing this experience. And you are all truly with me throughout this, and I'm very grateful that we can have the possibility to share these experiences with each other despite being so far away from each other. Physically, that is. Thank you. And see you next time.
Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. We would recommend that you take it easy for the next few hours or the next couple days, even if you can. Sometimes people may find themselves a little bit more tired than they might usually be. They may have a number of experiences. We are going to be sharing a link to how to integrate a session as well as an email to those of you whose emails we have on a similar topic. This has been just truly extraordinary to be with you in this way at this very extraordinary liminal time. This is just one part of the work that we do, that Asil does. In addition to this kind of work, we travel to sacred sites all around the world, as well as sites of global trauma, and do energetic alignment work on the land itself. All of these sessions here on the live stream, in person, the energy work on the land abroad are supported by donations to our 501c3. We are planning to do, as soon as it is possible, a trip to Eastern Europe to visit sacred sites in Serbia, Croatia, and Bosnia, as well as Greece. A lot of people ask us, how can we help? And there are a few ways. You can tell your friends about this if this experience touched you. You can also check out Asil's new book that has just been released called Transmission. And as we mentioned at the outset, we're going to be doing these sessions during this month and potentially into the next couple of months, twice a week, to help us all deepen our practice in this extraordinary time. Take it easy today. Feel free to keep resting. Spend some time in nature. Spend time with your loved ones. And see what you can do to reduce your commitments over the next couple days. We will look forward to being with you again soon on Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And we will also be having an integration session that you will receive details about. Integration and community time, where we can share some of our experiences with each other. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.